button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you are not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Now, I want to talk about Zion Williamson real quick, and then also talk about Norman Powell. I'm gonna get to him in just a second. All right, I'm not gonna keep you too long, man. Look, man. Um, Zion Williamson does not want to play. Okay, he just doesn't want to play, man. According to reports and also from his statement that he had told the media, he basically came out on record and said that the Pelicans organization has stated to him that it would be best for him not to play back to backs, according to his uh, what his contract has stated. And he said that if he could play back to backs, then he would, but he's not going to because he's going to follow what the Pelican organization has advised. I call bullshit on that. Listen, Zion, you're not even 25 yet. You're not even 30 yet. You are at the prime stages of your life. Okay, well, about to enter in to the prime stages of your life. If Zion Williamson truly wanted to play the game of basketball, he would be doing everything that he could to fight, claw, and even go so as far as to demand a trade and to get the hell up out of there, out of the Pelicans organization, if he felt like they were holding him back from playing, if he really truly wanted to play the game of basketball. But I just think that he's just using this excuse right here to be lazy, like he's been, to make excuses, like he's been doing, and to give mediocre effort, like he has been doing. Zion Williamson is what's wrong with the NBA. Well, part of the reason of what's wrong with the NBA, I've mentioned this with Joel Embiid. I've mentioned this with him and, other players. You said, what's up with it, Steven? I see you in here. You said, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I want to see players play. I'm a fan of NBA since 1982. This league is soft. I want to see real basketball players. I think everybody does. What's up with it, Jordan Hernandez? Listen, Stephen Green, I agree with you 100%. Please hit that like when you come in here, please. Hit the like button. Double tap the screen, man. Give your boy a like, man. Um, Listen, Stephen, I agree with you 100%. Zion Williamson does not want to play. Look, if you don't want to play the game, just go ahead and do a favor and retire, because this is messing things up for the CBA. Okay, it's having. What's up with it, country boy? Oh, I appreciate it. Appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you. Let me. Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jordan. Thank y'all so much for subbing. Now, here's the thing. Um, the thing about it is, when it comes to Zion Williamson, he wants to give mediocre effort, but he wants max dollars. And we talk about this situation over the ratings. We talk about everything that's going on in terms of people not wanting to consume the game. All these changes that Adam Silver want to make the game better and stuff like that. Well, why do you think that Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith and Shaq, what's up, Scrummy? I see you in here. All of these people, all of these former players, they voice their opinions on how they feel, and Adam Silver wants to hold back, wants those players to hold back, those former players to hold back of how they feel. Absolutely not, because they know the grind. They know what they had to do in order to be champions. They knew, or they knew what it took for them to be successful. Zion Williamson, let's just call it what it is. I mean, he played in college, but it was cut short because guess what happened? He ended up, getting hurt, damn near almost ending his career with his foot coming out of his shoe and stuff like that. So basically, you could say that his collegiate career was kind of cut short. And then when he came into the NBA, I mean, while everybody thought that he was going to take the league by storm, he's been nothing but a failure. He's been nothing but a failure. Is he a dynamic player when healthy? Yeah, he is. But that's the thing. If and when he is healthy. And that's something that Zion Williamson can fail to do. You know, uh, I'm at the point now with Zion Williamson. This is where I'm at with it. This is where I'm at with it, man. You're really gonna have to make a decision on what you want to do. As much trash as they talk about Kawhi Leonard worked himself back to get to where he needs to be. Kawhi Leonard took a lot of criticism. His knees are pretty much, he has a condition with his knees that'll never get better. But I never get on Kawhi Leonard, okay, and I'm gonna talk about the Clips in just a second. I never get on or go in on Kawhi Leonard. You know why? Because Kawhi Leonard, we know that a healthy Kawhi Leonard at his apex is arguably top three. Some people's are the top player in the league. But I appreciate Kawhi Leonard for at least fighting and doing what he can to at least come back. He has a knee condition that is just unfortunately gonna get worse over time when we talk about degenerative knees. But I appreciate Kawhi Leonard because at least he's fighting and doing what he can to get back. Even if it takes surgeries, even if it takes him sitting out a little while and everything. I know some people get tired of it and stuff, but Zion Williamson uses any type of excuse that he can to try to sit out, to try to do extracurricular activities and whatnot besides basketball. When I was watching the NBA back in the days, superstars tried their best to close to 82 games. Um, Zion need to get fat ass off the couch and go to the gym and play NBA basketball. What's up with it, the real? I see you in here. Well, we've all said that, and we could talk until we're blue in the face. But this generation is different, man. Well, some of these guys in this generation were built different. You have an SGA who wants to go out there, wants to compete, wants to play damn near 82 games. And listen, I want y'all to go look. Last season, there were a lot of players that played 82 games. I think True Raw was asking the question, did anybody play 82 plus games that he knew of? And no, they weren't superstars. The closest one that was to a superstar that played 82 games, and we wouldn't consider him a superstar, but he's a really good player, was Domantas Sabonis. And Domantas Sabonis played all 82 games last season. Okay, so let that sink in. Other than that, you had a whole list of guys. You had like Harrison Barnes on there that played 82 games. Guys that aren't noted as superstars. You know what I'm saying? Jose, what's up with it, man? Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Jose Rodriguez Sports Talk. Man, I thought you had a wrench, bro. Yeah, man. What's up with it, Jose? I'll see you in here, man. Make sure y'all go sub to Jose Scrub Zero, man, and pull up to their channel, man, for the Super Bowl coming up in another week or so, man. Salute to Jose, man. They always going to talk about the gridiron. They all Jose stay cooking LeBron. But salute to Jose, man, Rodriguez, man, and the crew over there. But like I said, man, this game has diminished because of shit like this with Zion. Nobody wants to see, guys like myself, Steven, Jose, the real, we want to see real competitive basketball, but we want to see guys out there competing that are at an apex level. It's no knock on the other guys, but now it's at the point where we're having to lean on other guys and role players and everything to get out there and play and make a name for themselves, because the role players and the really good players and the guys that you wouldn't see as superstars, they're actually giving more effort than some of these guys that are at a superstar talent or generational talent or perennial all-star type of talent. You said NBA future don't look bright. No, it doesn't. Now, it looks bright in the sense, like when I think of Victor Wembanyama, the future looks bright with him. Okay, that I can't say, because Victor Wembanyama actually gives effort. Okay, SGA, you're in good hands with him. Giannis, you're in good hands with him with a few more years. You know, um, Ja Morant. I love the effort. I like Ja Morant because he plays hard consistently. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, and Ant Man too. I think Ant Man is the same thing. What's up with it? No pain. Those guys. You're in good hands with them. But in terms of the league being in good hands with these guys that choose to sit out and be lazy and make all types of excuses. You can tell me until you're blue in the face, oh, Zion, he's blessed with a gift and he could jump out of the gym and stuff like that. Well, what good does that do if you're never out there and we never see you, and all you're doing is sitting there and you're just talking, or every time you turn around, you're hurt? What does that tell me? That tells me that you're not taking care of your body. That tells me that you don't want to give the fans what they truly, came to see and appreciate. These people work hard some people work hard daily, 9 to 5s and doing other types of jobs or whatever. They want to enjoy a good basketball game and they want to be entertained. And they came to see you, Zion. But you're sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, I don't want to play back to backs and anything like that." Well, get up out of the organization and go to another organization that will allow you to do that. Because right now, what you're doing is you're just letting your skills rot and diminish and everything. And then on top of that, are you going to truly take care of your body while you are out? That's the question. And I just don't see you benefiting the Pelicans organization at all. You know. So, like I said, man, Adam Silver, and Adam Silver is talking about, like he said, Zion, I ain't worried about nothing but them hoes. I don't blame him. Well, that's what's wrong with the league, and there's nothing wrong with doing extracurricular activities, but in Zion's case, he's not making it any better. All he's doing is just stealing money. He's just stealing money, and he's what's wrong with the NBA right now. That's why the product is so bad. That's why hardly anybody wants to watch it. You said, yeah, WNBA is way more competitive. Why do you think Adam Silver wanted Caitlin Clark to come and compete for the 3-point contest? You know, said John Morant, if he don't turn into Gilbert Arenas. Nah, 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 man. I think John Morant learned his lesson. Now, I like the competitive fire with John Morant. But yeah, you need to decide whether you want to play basketball or whether you want to be, a doughboy. You can't do both, man. But to get back to what you were saying, yes, the WNBA is more competitive than the NBA. You know, that's why Adam Silver had asked Caitlin Clark to come and shoot, the 3-point contest or whatnot, because Caitlin Clark, believe it or not, she's a big draw. She's a big draw. Nobody wants to watch Matt McClung in the slam dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good, and he's talented, and he won and everything. But everybody right now, they want to see this type of dunk contest. Correct me if I'm wrong. I would like to see Ant-Man, Zion Williamson, and Ja Morant. I would like to see those guys compete. You know? I would like to see those guys compete. But like I said, Adam Silver wanted Caitlin Clark, and what did Caitlin Clark do? She turned it down, and I salute Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might think that I hate Caitlin Clark or I have something against Caitlin Clark. No, that's not the case. I don't like her fans, and I just think that Angel Reese has more of a pull than Caitlin Clark. She's just as marketable. But as far as the basketball player, Caitlin Clark is phenomenal. She just hasn't won on either one of the levels or whatever. But in terms of, I'm not going to deny that she has marketability. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and that's your opinion. But they wanted her there. So obviously, she's not trash. But the thing about it is, man, is listen, man. Either way, man, the NBA is gonna have to figure out something to do, uh, something that's going to um, make make a statement. And I think that Adam Silver needs to make an example. Adam Silver is too much. He acts too much of a coward. Joe Dumars is not a coward. Joe Dumars is the one that wants to implement more physicality. Joe Dumars is the one that wanted to come with the 65 game rule. That's why I think that Joe Dumars actually has a basketball background. You know, Joe Dumars is a guy that wants to put the league back to where he was, or back to where it used to be. So I just think that, man, Zion Williamson, man, he needs to either figure out what his priority is, which 9 times out of 10 he's not going to do. Because he's so concerned with IG models and trying to get into people, trying to get into these girls DM and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't have a problem with you being young. Yes, be young, but you don't know how to take care of business, and it's making you look real bad. Watch. I guarantee you, Zion Williamson, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna do the same thing that he did uh, next season, and he's gonna do the same. He's gonna do the same thing that he did the previous season. You said being back. You said bring back the handshaking. Yeah, I think so. They need to bring back the physicality of the game because right now they're look, man. I'm all for finesse, man. But you do have basketball is some of everything. It's you have your grind it out. You know what I'm saying? You have your physicality. You have your your up and down. You have your you have your your 3-point shot. You have your high flyers. Sister Noble, how you doing, sweetie? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing okay, sister. Girl, Sister Noble in the building. But man, look, man. At the end of the day, Zion Williamson, he's gonna take advantage of this. Until the Pelicans organization just goes ahead. They go ahead and Dan Gilbert and them just go ahead and put their foot down, Steven. Okay, okay. Haven't seen you in a minute. I know everybody been sick though. Everybody been sick. Well, no, that's not the issue. He's not. Listen, that's why you got to go and you got to go listen to what he actually said. He said he can play back to backs if he wants to. That's what came out of his mouth. But he said he's not going to. Like when you listen to him talk, you'll just be like, man, this guy is full of shit. Like seriously, unless you just don't have no common sense or you just feed into any type of media media psychology that they try to prey on people. But there's nothing wrong with Zion. You got a guy in Kawhi Leonard whose knees are deteriorating. Okay, but somehow, some way, he's still trying to get out there and and able to play 68 games. Okay, he's still able to play 60 plus games. So, and yes, you had the weight loss. Listen, I give these players credit. I give Zion credit. Okay, he did have the weight loss. The LDBC, they gave him credit. Too Raw gave him credit. Ticket gave him credit. A couple other guys, they gave him credit for losing his weight. That was great. But what did I say? We'll have to see when he gets on the court how this is going to play out. It looked as if though he was going to go out there and have a monster season, and he actually did up until what? He ended up getting hurt. You said the Wizards are the Washington Generals. I think that the Washington Wizards, somebody needs to go and buy the Washington Wizards and turn them around. Sort of like what Magic Johnson. Well, I'm not saying Magic Johnson purchased it, but he put his, he put it, he basically flexed his muscle in the front office, and he's taken over that organization, and you see what's happening with the Commanders now. You know what I'm saying? The Washington Wizards, man, it's just I feel bad for them, man. I really feel bad for them because nobody wants to see a team that's six. I think they're what, 6-40, Steven, or 6-30 something, 6-40. Yeah, they're 6-40 right now. They're 6-40. So and that's horrible. But like I said, man, Zion Williamson, he needs to make a decision right now on what he needs to do. If I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna cook Joel Embiid, who is not gonna play tonight, Joel Embiid is not gonna play against the Nuggets tonight, of course. Paul George is not gonna play. None of our guys are gonna play. We got 4 or 5 players out, Stephen. Once again, we got Joel Embiid out. But if I'm going to cook Joel Embiid, Zion Williamson has to get cooked too. Okay, and that's point blank, period. Figure it out. Are you going to play? Are you not going to play? Look, as much trash as we talk about Bronny James, and look, I know that Bronny James, he does not belong in the league or anything like that. But Bronny James is durable. Bronny James is at least out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to use Bronny James in this instance, but I have to give an example. Yeah, they're six. Oh, they're 6-37. Okay. I thought that they were 6-40 or something like that. So they're 6-37. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyways, man. Let me talk about Norman Powell of the Clippers right now, okay? On this channel, what's up with it, Angelo Bell? I see you in the building, bro. How you feeling, man? Salute to you. Now, on this channel, man, I try to give other guys, other people in general, they flowers that's not really getting no recognition. Nobody's really talking about these guys, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the underdogs, you know what I'm saying? I try to shed light on that. And a guy who I feel like should be like looked at as an all-star, I know it's gonna sound crazy, is Norman Powell. Okay? Listen, man. I talked about Norman Powell the other day, man. It was like several weeks ago when it comes to the Clippers, man. Listen, James Harden, he's having an okay season. You know what I'm saying? Having a great season. He made an All-Star game. But if it wasn't for Norman Powell, the Clippers wouldn't be afloat. And let me tell you why. Of course, they got Kawhi back and everything, so they're looking to make some noise. They're 27-20 right now. Norman Powell right now is averaging 24 points and shooting 49.4%. Okay, including Six of, with the exception of only two of the last 8 games that he's played, all of his games have been over 20 points, including a monster game against the Milwaukee Bucks, in which he had 33. This dude has been killing. You said some people got to learn to leave that job shit the fuck alone. It's been 2 years. Move on from it. Well, the thing about Ja, man, is that a lot of people saw him as the face in the league. I saw him as a face. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of other guys that saw him as the face of the league or whatever. At one point, I said that Ja was getting ready to take over the league. You know what I'm saying? Just because of his ferociousness. I like the style that Ja plays. However, we don't want Ja to get in a situation like AI got in a situation, like some of these other guys that got in a situation, you know what I'm saying, off the court, and then they get labeled, and then next thing you know, it's a whole bunch of controversy surrounding them, which is unfair to them. And also, Ja put himself in that situation too. Listen, man, I'm all for hey, if you got to protect yourself, you got to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to be smart with what you're doing. But to your point, though, the real, he was young. You know what I'm saying? He gonna learn from his mistakes, and Ja's gonna be all right. He's making up for it right now, and he's having a phenomenal season. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how everything plays out. But I don't think that Ja's gonna make that mistake again. You said Powell is stepping up, and the Clippers can do damage in the playoffs. Man, he's more than stepping up. He's at the forefront of this team. He's doing better than James Harden. James Harden right now, I think James Harden is averaging 21 points per game, but he's only shooting 39.6 points 39.6 percent from the field, and but he's averaging like a 10 or 11 assists or something like that or whatever. But he's shooting a horrible percentage, man. You know what I'm saying? Now he's able to play make and stuff like that. But you see my point. Norman Powell is shooting better than him. He's shooting 49.4% and shooting 24, averaging 24 points per game. So, and Norman Powell can get into his bag. Norman Powell is he's a little bit older. He's 31 years old. He's actually younger than James Harden or whatever. But Norman Powell has always came off the bench for the majority of his career and always has pretty much asked. Done what has been asked of him to do. He always shows up to work, doesn't complain, and he takes care of his business. And now that he's got a starting role, you see that Norman Powell is coming to life, and you see what the Clippers are doing and stuff. And that's why I'm not sleeping on a guy like Norman Powell. Now, do I see the Clippers like coming out the West or anything like that? No, but they'll be competitive. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them, like I said, I don't see them beating some of the upper echelon teams or whatever. But you can't go to sleep on them. NBA is hard to watch. Yeah, I know it is, man. But I try to find the good things in it. You know what I'm saying? We try to find the good things in it. And the thing about it is, on this channel, I not only watch the NBA, okay? I watch the NFL. I watch the MLS. I watch the MLB. We do boxing. You know what I'm saying? We do everything. You know what I'm saying? You name it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna watch it or whatever. So I just say this, man. If you can't find NBA, hey, NFL is entertaining. You got to think about it. They got 57.7 million viewers that watch the Chiefs game in the NFL. So let that sink in. But like I said, I try to find some good in it. Like, I don't always just focus on the bad. If you don't want to watch LeBron James all the time or whatever, well, guess what? Try to find somebody else. Try to find something that you like. I try to find, like with Victor Wembanyama, I think it's good the way that he plays defense. You know what I'm saying? With SGA, I like the way that he shoots the mid range. I like the way that he don't really talk that much. You know what I'm saying? He goes out and take care of business. I like the fact that Norman Powell is not getting the credit that he deserves or whatever, but he going out there continuously busting people's ass. I like the fact that OKC and Cavs, when the Cavs play, it's more exciting. It's more exciting than seeing, old ass LeBron out there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to find, oh, hey, this guy, man, he's a hard worker out there. He playing defense. Not very many people are doing that. I like the fact that Dyson Daniels, you know what I'm saying? I like the way that he plays. You know what I'm saying? I like the two-way player aspect of Jaylen Brown. I just try to find different ways so that I can keep myself interested in the game. But the more we sit up here, oh man, I don't want to watch this. I don't. Hey, look, I feel where you coming from. It ain't the '80s. It's not the '90s. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the Jordan era or whatever. It's not even the early 2010s or whatever with Steph Curry and Clay and all that other stuff or whatever. But you got to find something that is enjoyable. Yeah, college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Duke and North Carolina coming up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm still going to watch basketball regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the sport that I love. That's the sport that I play. And that's the sport that, you know what I'm saying, that keeps me, it keeps me interested and keeps me entertained. You know what I'm saying? But is it the same league that it once was? No, absolutely not. But hopefully change will come. You know what I'm saying? We got these young guys that are coming up now that, they hear the fans. Adam Silver hears the fans. People are tired of hearing, Adam Silver getting up there making a whole bunch of excuses all the time. People are tired of it. So like I said, man, I wasn't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I just wanted to talk about this for a second. But Angelo Bell and Stephen Green, I agree with y'all 100%. We all wanted to come back. I like the rivalries. One of the big things that I used to like was rivalries. You missed the, like the Pistons versus the Bulls, or the Knicks versus the Bulls, or Jordan versus Jordan versus Bird, or you know what I'm saying, Magic versus Bird, or Isaiah versus Bird and Magic. You know what I'm saying? Shaquille O'Neal versus Alonzo Mourning, or Hakeem Olajuwon versus David Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Or um, you know, even LeBron and Melo. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to bring that little rivalry somewhat. So I mean, I miss the rivalries. I miss people going at each other, people having a disdain for one another. And it don't have to be so personal to the point where, okay, we trying to get each other off the court or nothing like that. But I'm talking about on the court. It makes it more entertaining if y'all have two teams on there that don't like each other. Now I did see a clip with Ant-Man and Zion when they were going at it, talking shit with one another. I like that. But, they don't understand that people like that. Like when it was Zion Williamson versus Ant-Man, or when Ant-Man goes at John Moran or something like that, people like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or, when Chet Holmgren was going at Victor Wembanyama, people like that. People like that, man. And they need to realize that. But Adam Silver, he doesn't see it this way. Adam Silver wants to try to turn he's trying to do everything that he can to try to be like Europe. You said they need to put these young teams more on prime time. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. I'm glad. That they got some guys that need to be looked at, that they're not paying attention to, like a Evan Mobley. You know what I'm saying? I think Jared Allen deserves an All-Star nod. You know what I'm saying? Like Melo Ball, we know that the team is terrible right now. I think what is Charlotte with? I think they 12 and 30 something or something like that. But LaMelo Ball is a good talent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, focus on some of these other young guys. But you've got it now to where guys, they only know LeBron or they know KD or they know Steph and that's it. No, got to know more than that, man. Got to know more than that. But like myself, I'm going to focus on it. Like, I like the matchup between Zach Edey and Victor Wembanyama. I like that. But that just goes to look. I'm just cut differently. Look, if I was in the commissioner seat, I would clean all this shit up. It would it be an overnight process? No, I'm not gonna be delusional in that. Like, okay, being an NBA commissioner is an easy thing to do because it's not an easy thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But I certainly would do everything that I could to try to listen to what the fans are saying and what they want to see and stuff. And Adam Silver is being delusional. He thinks that shortening the quarters is gonna that that's gonna be the end to all your problems. That's gonna solve the problem of what's going on. No, that's not it. That's not it, man. It's many different dynamics that's going on that the NBA needs to fix, and it's going to continue to suffer. The ratings are not going to get any better. Now, if they show more games like the OKC versus Cavs and some of these, like the Rockets games, the Rockets game, I thought that the Rockets versus the Grizzlies, that was a good game because that went down to the wire. If they show more games like that where you got a lot of youth on the floor, like what Angelo Bell was just saying, then yeah, we'll definitely be cooking with grease. But other than that, you're not gonna see any of that. You know why? Because they put their marketing dollars, the majority of them, behind LeBron, and LeBron is believe it or not, Jimmy Butler gets paid more than LeBron. It's a lot of other players that get paid more than LeBron, believe it or not. But they put their marketing dollars into him. So anyways, man, I'm about to go ahead and roll out, y'all. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing community. And salute to all of the people that rock with me. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.